Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, and my name is Nisha. Today I will be doing a tutorial for you guys on this fresh summer look. I think summer is all about vibrant colors and sort of glowy and dewy all at the same time. I wanted to create this look for you guys that was totally glowy at the same time colorful, because a lot of times we want to glow and we also want to look sort of natural at the same time. This look is sort of suitable for any skin tone, whether you're a more warmer skin tone or a more fairer skin tone. This sort of summery look will go for anyone. So if you guys want to see how I got this look, then please continue watching. So guys, I'm going to start off with moisturizing my face with this moisturizer called Embryolisse. It also primes the face as well, but I'm also going to be using another primer along with this. I'm just going to go ahead and spread that all over my face evenly to moisturize my face. And now to prime my skin, I'm using the Kiko Milani primer. It is also a corrector and it blurs out your imperfections as well. I'm gonna go ahead and use that in the areas where I feel like I have huge pores that I sort of want to conceal and sort of blur them out. And I'm just going ahead and sort of letting that dry out and letting it set into the skin. And for foundation, I'm going to be using the foundation from Urban Decay, which is the Urban Decay All Nighter, and I'm going to be mixing that with the MAC Strobe Cream. It really gives a beautiful effect when you blend these two together. It gives you that glowy and sort of a dewy look. And I'm going to be adding a pea size of that all over my skin with the foundation. And I'm going to go ahead and blend that with the Morphe brush, which is the M404. And if you guys can see, it does give a little bit of sort of a white residue, and it leaves that sort of a whiteness to the skin, but don't worry, that's going to go ahead and sort of settle into the skin, and it's not going to be as white on the skin because it does oxidize, and once you sort of blend the foundation in together, then it sort of reduces that and it oxidizes into the skin. And for concealer, I'm going to be using the Aloe Pro Concealer. And I'm going to be using the Nars Creamy Concealer to sort of highlight my under eyes and highlight the bridge of my nose and all those places where I love to highlight my skin. And I'm going to go ahead and blend that in with the Eco Tools Beauty Blender. I actually did a first impression on this beauty blender and I absolutely love using it ever since then, and I will link that video right down below of the first impression that I did on this sponge. And now I'm going to go ahead and set my under eyes with the Soap & Glory One Heck of a Block translucent powder. I'm using this brush by The Real Techniques. It is a stippling brush. Now I'm going to go ahead and contour and bronze my face, and I am using this palette by Urban Decay. It is the Flush Naked palette, and it has basically a bronze shade and a highlighting shade and a blush shade, and I am going to go ahead and use the bronze shade, which is sort of gives you a really glowy sort of effect to your skin. And it does have a slightly undertone of a yellow in it, but I do like it because I think that that yellowy undertone that it has sort of gives it that glow and sort of makes it look very, very natural. And I'm also going to add this bronzer by Ciate London, and it gives you a really glowy sort of effect to your skin, and I really like that because we all need that glow for the summer. gonna go ahead and fix my eyebrows off camera. So now I'm gonna go ahead and use this blush by the Tarte, and it is in the shade Paaarty. And I'm using this brush by the Real Techniques. It is the contour brush. I'm applying that on the apple of my cheek. This is a really pretty sort of a pinky blush, and it gives you a super glowy look. And I really love how Tarte blushes, they're super pigmented and they are really pretty on the skin. And now to prime my eyelids, I'm going to be using this primer by the Smashbox, which is a 24-hour primer. What's great about this primer is that it is sort of translucent. It does not have any sort of shade to it. I'm going to go ahead and set my eyelids with the same translucent powder by Soap & Glory. Now I'm going to use this palette from NYX, which is the Lingerie palette. It's actually pretty new on the market and I really like it. I've used it a couple of times, and I'm using this shade, which is the lightest, which is sort of my skin color. I'm gonna go ahead and add that to the entire lid and sort of on the outer side of the lid. And I'm gonna be using this brush, by the way, from Vasanti. It is a blending brush. Now from the same NYX palette, I'm going to be using this orangey brown shade to sort of the outer of my lid. And I'm going to be using this brush by Eco Tools, which is has a double-sided edge to it. It's really nice. It has a blending side and it has sort of a small shadow brush to it. And I'm going to be using the blending side of this brush. And I'm going to just go ahead and apply that to the outer corners of my eyes, and just sort of blending that only on the outer corners. I'm not really sort of blending it inside. I just want to make sure that it sort of blends on the outer corners and sort of winging it out a little bit to give it that natural effect. And now I'm going to go ahead and use this palette by Wet n Wild, which is the All Natural palette. And I'm going to be using this pinky, sort of a rose goldy shade. And it's sort of just in the middle of my eyelid as my shadow shade. I'm just sort of applying it all over my lid. It sort of really beautifully blends in with that same orangey brown shade. And looks super glowy and adds sort of that pink flush to it. It has a really pretty pink undertone, so it really blends in with that orange shade. And now I'm going ahead and taking that same Vasanti brush. I'm just blending out the harsh edges or anything like that. And now I'm going ahead and using that same Eco Tools brush, putting that same shade into my lower lash line to sort of blend in and give it the same effect. And now I'm using this mascara from Maybelline Big Shots. I've been actually using this mascara a lot these days. It's one of my favorites. I'm going to be using this liner and brow cream from the e.l.f. It is basically a brown, sort of a brownie color, darky brown color. I'm going to go ahead and take this flat liner brush and sort of just put it to the inner corners of the eyes. I'm not going to be applying the liner all over my eyes. I'm just going to be applying it only on the outer corners to sort of wing out the effect a little bit. And now from the same NYX palette, I'm going to be using the darker shade from the palette, the darker brown shade, taking that same blending side of the brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and sort of just on the outer corners of the eye, blend out that brown shade to sort of darken the effect a little bit, at the same time sort of just smoke it out. I'm gonna go ahead and put on my falsies off camera and I'll be right back. And taking the same palette again, I will be using sort of the darkest shade that is there, and I'm gonna go ahead and put that at the bottom of my outer lash line sort of, and just sort of blending that in. And now for the lips, I will be using this lip liner from Rimmel, and I will be using this lipstick from the Smashbox in the shade Primrose. It's a really pretty pinky rose color. And I'll be setting my face with this setting spray by Urban Decay. And I'm just gonna go ahead and set my entire face. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this hydrating milk mist from Pixi. It is basically sort of just a moisturizer. It's not really a setting spray, it just moisturizes those areas, and at the same time it sort of gives you that glowy effect. So guys, this is the final look. So guys, that's it for this video. I really hope that you guys did like this look, and I hope you guys are able to incorporate all these colors into your summer looks, because I think summer, like I said, is all about being vibrant and all about being colorful. If you guys did like this video, then of course don't forget to hit that like button, and don't forget to share and subscribe to my channel right down below, and I'll see you guys all next time in my next video. Bye!